Prospects. I am excited. I always say this every single week, but I'm going to say this again tonight, today, whatever. Singing is really, really passionate to me, and I have the honor to introduce to you Emma Reynolds. How I found her was on television. She was on television performing in the bathroom, brushed her teeth, ran out, looked at this wonderful girl on the lawn, belting out some tunes from her own CD. She's 17 years old, lives in Penetang, and is off the charts. So with no further ado, I'm going to give it over and welcome Emma Reynolds. Emma, welcome to Future Prospects, honey.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited.
Oh, I know you are. Welcome, sweetheart. I got to say to the viewers, they're in for some fun time tonight because you, as well as your gorgeous mom, are a delight. You are so sweet. So I don't want to take anything away because, so I'm going to have you introduce yourself to the viewers and we can get into your story and Emma Reynolds and everything that she does.
Amazing. Okay, so hi, my name is Emma. My stage name is Emray. My mom and I came up with this actually a couple years ago, and it's just always sticked. Everyone calls me Emray and Emma. I am a singer-songwriter. I go to school at St. Teresa's Catholic High School. I'm in grade 12, and I'm 17. And my biggest dream in life is to be a performer on stage. So that's the dream.
Oh my God, you are truly, truly phenomenal. Just to break it down, you're in grade 12, right?
Yes.
Grade 12. Okay, so how's your school been? Just to delve into a little bit of your school before we get into all the little tidbits of your music, but how has it been with school? Are you in class or are you online?
I am. So both of my parents are teachers, so we decided because my parents are seeing all kinds of students that might as well my family and my siblings and I go to school. And so I'm in school right now. I have 2 classes this quadmester. So I have one class for a full week for 5 hours a day, and then next class next week for 5 hours a day.
How is it that you keep yourself so engaged in class? One subject, 5 hours a day.
I'm lucky right now because I'm in vocal class, so I'm obsessed with vocals, so it's great. So I'm always just happy to be in that class. But then I also have a co-op, and we take breaks in between, which is nice to kind of relax and get to go outside and take off our mask, social distanced. But yeah, it's hard. The teachers are doing fantastic, and yeah, it's really it's a different kind of year. It's challenging and it's hard, but everyone's following the rules and everyone's in it together, right? So it's doing okay right now.
Good for you, honey. So positive. I wear the mask when I go out shopping, go to the bank, come back in, and I'm in my office upstairs, sharing it with my husband. Great guy, but sharing it with my husband. And I have to put it on when I go outside, so maybe 20 minutes, half an hour. To keeping it on, but you with it on all the time. What's that like to the student having it on all the time in class?
At the beginning, it was really hard. If I'm being completely honest, because I wasn't used to it. Yeah, I was not used to it. I'm always used to just being outside, just smiling and things. And it's a little hard because when I was in the halls, walking in the halls, I'd always smile to all my friends and teachers. Now I can't do that, which is a little bit difficult. And the whole process of wearing a mask for 5 hours, it's a lot, but you get used to it. And I'm a competitive dancer and I dance for 3 hours on Mondays and Wednesdays, and I have to wear the mask the whole time. So I've just gotten used to it. It's just kind of a part of my routine now, just to put it on, and it's just there.
Holy cow. Now, you're enjoying school, of course, which we shared off camera, and you really, really are because of your attitude and your personality. And you're a professional dancer.
Yeah. So I'm a competitive dancer. I've danced for a very long time and I love it.
All right. So your whole family dances too, right?
Yeah. So I have 2 brothers and 1 sister, and we're all competitive dancers, which is really cool. We're known for that in Penetang. We're known to be the dancing and the musical family, so it's pretty cool.
Now, what got you into dancing? And we're going to get into the musical side of you, but that's all paired together with your dancing. But what got you involved in that?
I think I started off at gymnastics and I
Okay.
liked it, but it's not, gymnastics isn't as much as the music side. Dancing, music, right? So I started dancing when I was 4 years old, and then I've been in competitive dance since I was 8. So I've basically been doing it my whole life, and it's just incredible. It's just a form of expressing yourself. And my parents put me in dance when I was young because they thought I would succeed in it, I guess. And I love it. It's just so much fun, and um, it's a great interactive. I have so many great girlfriends at dance. We all lift each other up, and it's awesome.
Good for you, hon. Now, I just want to bring into everything that we talked about with the interview because it was just an amazing pre-interview. I really, really enjoyed it. Grade 12,
Yes.
we're dealing with the pandemic, and you can look at it positive, you can look at it negative. You're leaving, in a sense, mentally home, moving on, right? You are. Like you're gonna become an adult, right? And
Yeah.
doing it. So are you gonna take a gap year, or are you going on to post-secondary, or you're gonna further your music? What are you gonna do?
Yeah. So the plan, I talk to my parents about this all the time. So I want to finish high school, and then the goal is to get accepted into Sheridan College for musical theater. So that's
Ah,
a Bachelor of Arts in Music Theater. So that's a 4-year degree program. So hopefully I get into that. And the plan is when I'm in school, if that happens, I will also keep writing all the time and find little cafes and little places that I can still play and just show the world my music. So that's the goal. And if it happens to be online, I think I will take a gap year and focus on auditioning for different shows and playing outside of my town and just outside of my comfort zone, because musical theater, it's a little bit harder to do online. I truly believe you have to be in person doing it. So I'm like, oh, might have to take a gap year, but that's okay too, because I don't want to leave my family as well.
right.
So I think that that's the goal right now.
Good for you, hon. What got you into singing?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, let's share
I
that with other performers out there and artists, because I deal with a lot of performers and singers.
Yes. So my family, I've talked about my family a lot already, but my family is the most important thing to me in the world. So my parents, when I was really little, we used to have dance parties all the time in my kitchen and in my basement. It was like an every night thing. We'd put on a song and then we'd just dance, and my dad and I would dance all the time. My mom was always recording with the video camera. It was hilarious. But I think that's where my love of singing and kind of music started off, because music was always playing in the house, and
Yeah.
my parents started that off at such a young age, so it's just always been in my blood and just in me. So I started singing lessons at the age of 10 with
Oh,
Vicky Thompson. She's fantastic. I still go to her, and that's where I just got hooked. I started singing at music festivals and just different places as well as online. And I just got great feedback at such a young age. So I was like, ooh, and I loved it. I loved every minute of it. So I just decided, yeah, this is what I want to do.
what was the feedback?
So great. People are so kind. I think,
Really? Really?
yeah,
Okay,
I
all right,
guess
I'm having fun with you. Go ahead, go ahead.
they were, my mom would take videos and different things and post them on Facebook. We have a big following as like a family, just because there's 4 kids. Like, I'm the oldest of 3 other siblings, so people aren't used to having seen a big family, right? So
Right.
people are intrigued by us, I guess. And my mom would post it all the time on Facebook and different things, and people would just be like, "Oh my gosh, her voice! Like, I was not expecting that." And I did, when I was younger, I did work hard, but not as hard as I work now to perfect my craft. But everyone just had great feedback right from the start. So it was really encouraging, and it kind of pushed me, which was really nice.
Now you're very determined, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you are, because I got that throughout the whole entire pre-interview, that you're determined and you are a go-getter. So
Yeah.
you say you work hard.
Mhm.
Why are you not, okay, let me think of this for a second. What's wrong in working hard? Because I hear some young people,
Mhm.
oh my gosh, it's too much work. Oh my God, I can't do that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what's wrong with hard work?
I believe that why do something half? I like when I am working at my music or at school or teaching my lessons, I'm always doing my 110% because why do things half? Do them to
Right.
your fullest potential, right? And just for me, I wouldn't be here unless I worked hard and I'm nice to people. That's my motto. Like if I'm nice to people and I work hard, then that's my biggest thing. And working hard, I don't know. It's just why do anything? Why try anything if you're not going to work hard at it? So that's just
Right.
that's my whole thing. And I love music so much. Like when I'm in math class, that's all I think of. I'm like, oh, what's another idea for a new song? Like I don't want to be in class. I just want to be writing music and working hard. So I feel like that's why I'm so determined, and that's why I'm so passionate about my craft, is because I work hard.
Okay, I gotta have fun with you for a second. Is there Italian in your blood?
A what?
Is there Italian in your blood?
I don't think so.
Because the way you use your hands and you express its passion, like you're like this. Oh, shoot, my book. You go, I love music so much. It's just, oh my gosh.
Oh, I am so passionate.
And that's what I love. That's why I do this show, because just be yourself. There was
Yes.
something that you said, and I love it. I love it, honey. There was something that you said throughout our thing, and I just want to touch upon it real fast before we go for break. You said something, certain quotes you said throughout the pre-interview. Being sad and negative is boring.
Mm-hmm.
Can you just share that with the viewers real fast before we go for break?
Yeah. Sad. If you're bored, then you're a boring person.
Right.
That's my parents' motto. That's my parents' motto. If when we were little, I would say, "Oh, I'm bored." They're like, "You're only bored because you're being a boring person right now. Go pick up a book. Go do something productive." Right. So, I if you're sad and if you're bored, then just go out and do something.
Right.
Go if your love is for sports, go practice a sport. If your love is for music, go practice music. If you want to make movies, then just work on that kind of craft. And I just think if you're bored, then do something.
We'll be right back with singer-songwriter Emma Reynolds. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Future Prospects with singer-songwriter Emma Reynolds and her beautiful mother, Melissa Reynolds. Welcome, ladies. Welcome.
Thank you.
Hi. Hi, sweetheart. I'm so glad you have the time to join us, Melissa, because throughout the pre-interview, talking to yourself and your gorgeous daughter, the message was so strong as a mother and daughter. And I just wanted to make sure that comes across on the screen, which it did. It literally compelled me. It literally filled my heart with so much joy. It really, really did. So, my love, I'm going to ask you this. I'm going to think of the questions as I go along. When is it that you realized, Melissa, your daughter, Emma, had a talent for singing? When did you realize that?
Well, I'm going to try very hard not to cry through this segment. That's my first...
Honestly, be yourself on Future Prospects. Be yourself.
Well,
Just be who you are.
I already feel teary, so watch out.
That's okay. That's okay.
I think that she actually started dancing and singing with her mamere, her grandmother, in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And myself, because that's how it kind of was when I was little. And so I think just watching her sing. And there's actually one pivotal moment that we have that comes up on a Facebook memory every year. And our kids used to wake up in the morning and put on a costume. So they would put on a dance costume, or Olivia, our third, would have this little costume, like a flower girl outfit that she would wear. And one day Emma took a guitar that she didn't know how to play. I bet you she was 7 years old. So Livy was 3. And she started singing in front of the TV, and the TV was playing. Do you remember what show it was?
It was Ant Farm.
Ant Farm. So there was a song playing. I recorded her. Olivia in this flower girl dress had the mic up to her mouth.
And she dropped the mic, so I grabbed her hand to sing in the mic again.
And it was a fake mic.
Yeah.
And Emma was playing the guitar, not playing at all, but like pretend playing, singing with this beautiful voice. And after I posted it on Facebook, everyone said, "Oh, beautiful voice. How talented. She's playing that guitar beautifully."
And I had no idea what I was doing at all. Like,
and the video is so beautiful because Olivia is so
supportive
and holding that mic for this fake video. And I think that was when I just realized that she has to perform. And she was fake. She was playing a fake guitar and singing with somebody in the background, but everybody thought it was her, and it was so beautiful to watch. And I think that's kind of when at 7 years old, I thought her voice is gorgeous, and we need to do something with this. We need to work with the talent that she was given.
You know, it blows my doors up when you said a fake microphone, because I remember my dad's passed on now, God rest his soul, is that when in his basement, he used to play records, you know, LPs, albums. And I love to sing. And I would take the vacuum cord, remember the electrical vacuum cord, and I'd pretend that the plug, because I was born in England, the plugs were bigger, this big. Yeah. And I would use it as a microphone and sing around. So I can totally understand that when you said the fake drum, and I always go for the vacuum cord. So I totally understand that. Totally. Oh my gosh. Emma, when is it that you, okay, how do I say this now? I'm going to think about it because there's so many questions I want to ask, and I want to make sure I ask them right. So you started to sing, your parents, when is it that you went out and you started to do busker? That was something that you shared with me, and I've never heard that expression before, but you started to sing around, and then you said we did busker, and I said, what's that? Busker? Am I saying it right?
Yes.
Okay.
So this was my mom's idea, actually. She's the genius here. We call her the momager. So her big idea, when I started to get somewhat okay at the guitar and singing, she said, why don't you go play outside on the corner of Dairy Queen? That was one of my first places. Yeah, so I walked in. So this was all your idea, which is like genius. So I walked in and I asked the manager, little 12-year-old me, the owner, could I play on the side of your store outside? And he goes, yeah, of course. Didn't even know if I could sing at all. So that was the first kind of moment where I started performing live outside. So that is busking. So I play at farmers markets, outside little restaurants and stores. I play at weddings. I get hired. I play inside of restaurants. So that is my full main job. So in the summer, when COVID wasn't a thing, I'd have 6 to 7 gigs a week, and I would just bust. Yeah, and I loved it. And we called my dad the roadie because he drove me everywhere and set up all my stuff. He's amazing. And then we call my mom the momager because she's kind of the brains of our whole family. She kind of keeps us all in line. That's what I like to say.
Who came up with momager?
You. I think it was you.
I think it was your aunts, and I
think it was my mère and père, my grandparents and my aunt and uncle. They kind of saw that you were kind of organizing everything, and then momager just clicked, and we always call you that.
Wow, that's truly awesome, honey. Really, really awesome. You're so young, standing on a corner of a street, singing outside Dairy Queen for the love and Nora. Like, that is just gutsy. That just shows that you love what you do, Emma. You really love what you do. Melissa, you're a mom of beautiful children, but we're talking about Emma right now. Mm-hmm. Why is it so important, sweetheart, to support your children in what they do? Because, just being the devil's advocate here for a second, some parents will say, well, no, you should stick with the academics. And yes, you need your education. Being a teacher, right? Mm-hmm. You need that because that's part of, learning and stuff like that. But this is something a little different off the grid besides school. Some parents don't look at the arts. Some do, I'm saying, quantifying that, but you embraced it. and you and her husband support it. So why is that so important, sweetie?
I just think, like for Emma, I think she has had a more or less a full-time job since she was 12 years old.
Right.
So, we said to her, if you want to do this, then you need to show us that this is something important. And, when she started taking guitar lessons, we said, you can only stop when you're good at it. That is you can only quit when you're good at it. So it was kind of always our thing. And for Todd and I, we just believe that life is too short to be doing something that you don't love. It's just too short. And there's so much time. They get out of high school at 17 years old or 18 years old. There is so much time to do all kinds of things that you fall in love with in life. And she wants to do this. And people ask all the time, what's your backup plan? There's no backup plan. This is it. She wants to be a performer, and we are going to support that, just like we'll support our children if they want to do something academic or if they want to do something with the arts. And Emma's super smart. She's got phenomenal grades. She could be anything, but this is what she's chosen, and I want her to be happy.
Oh my God. You cry, girl, because my tears are behind the glasses right now, but you just can't see because I got glasses on. But that's beautiful, honey, because we tell our son Michael that from I think grade 7, grade 8, supporting him what he wants to do. How does it feel, Emma, to have your parents back you, to really back you, to support you, to, you know what I mean? Like, just be there for you. You're a message right now. Both of you are a message to people that struggle with that. So
I'm so beyond grateful. Like, I could never do it without them. I'm so lucky to have you and Dad. It's ridiculous. I get asked all the time, what's my backup plan? I don't have a backup plan. I don't hate a lot of things, but I hate that word.
Why?
Strongly despise it. Because
Why?
I don't have a backup plan. I don't want one. And I believe I don't need one, because this is what I want to do. I don't want to do anything else. I love kids and I could be a teacher, but I want to perform first. I want to be on stage all the time. So I just don't have a backup plan. But I'm just so lucky to have supportive family members. My parents, so crazy supportive. My grandparents used to drive me to all my gigs as well. My siblings, when I was at my 3 or 4 hour gigs, they just sit there and just listen to me sing for the 17th time that week. But they'd always just sit there and have a smile on their face and just patiently wait for when I was done. So it's just, I would not be able to do what I'm doing now if I didn't have the support system that I have in my life. I'm so beyond grateful.
Awesome, sweetheart. Miss Melissa, when you look at that girl, when you know as a mother, they were little babies, right? With the little pudgy little feet.
Oh my goodness.
And they, remember, no, I'm gonna go there. We're gonna go there, okay? Because I'm a mother too. Our guy is 6'4". And when he comes in home from university, hey mom. But when I see him, I see this little guy running around the house, cute as a button. When you see that beautiful daughter in front of you, what are you so grateful for? What is it that you see with her? What is it that you love about her from a mother now?
So many things. I love her kindness. What you see is what you get with Emma. She is passionate. She is kind. She is I can't imagine a better role model for the rest of the kids in our house, and for her cousins, and when you are with Emma, it makes you want to be a better person.
Oh my God.
She is the hardest working person I've ever met. Always positive. I don't think, I always laugh. It's rare. And this is the truth. And this is the crazy thing. It is the 100% the truth. She's never rolled her eyes at us.
What?
This girl she's an amazing human being.
Thanks, Mom.
Wow. She really is. She's the easiest. She was a hard baby until 6 months. She did not sleep. I'm surprised we had 3 more so close in age, because she was hard until she was 6 months old. She hardly ever smiled until she was 6 months old. And then all of a sudden at 6 months, it's like everything changed, and the smile never went away, and the kindness has never gone away, and the beautiful spirit, her spirit is like nothing. And I've taught for 22 years, so I've taught a lot of kids, and she's got a beautiful, beautiful spirit and a beautiful soul.
Oh my God, wow. Folks, listen to those words. Listen to those words and embrace them, honey. Emma, great job, Melissa. That was beautiful. That was really, really beautiful. The importance of family. Emma, why is family so important to you, pretty girl? Your mom's right beside you now. Why is it so important?
Oh gosh. Family is just so important because they're who you have for life.
Yes.
Your family will always back you up. Always. They'll always be there for you. You can always count. For me, my sister and I, so we share a room. We're together all the time, but we rarely fight because I'm just so grateful and thankful that I have a sister, that I have such a great bond and such a great, like, we have great communication together. I'm just so
And you're 4 years
thankful.
apart.
And we're 4 years apart. We share all the clothes together. We share a bed. We sleep in the same bed every night by choice. So I'm just so, family is so important because they're with you for the rest of your life and they'll support you no matter what. For my family, they support me no matter what. And they're just the people I love the most. And I want to be with them all the time. I love my friends so much, but I'd rather be with my family.
Wow. You've done a great job, you and your hubby, Melissa. You've done an awesome job. Thank you for sharing this segment with me, Melissa. You are a godsend. Guys, we'll be right back with Emma. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, sweetheart. We'll be right back, guys. Welcome back to Future Prospects with Emma Reynolds. Emma, you're an amazing young girl. You really are. When I talk from my soul. I really, really do. The 2 segments I just did there were just off the charts. But now getting back to another part of your life, which is your music and your singing. You are amazing. Like I said, when I seen you on the television, I was just blown away. Back from the bathroom, back to the TV, and I had to find you. Right now, you're going to share a song with us, and it's a song that you wrote. In fact, let me just digress here. When we went to commercials, there was a picture of you singing at an event, and you were just with a guitar, I believe, and you were singing. Where were you? Where were you performing then?
Oh gosh.
One of the pictures that you sent me.
Yeah, so many. I play so many places. It was outside, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I was at a farmer's market. I would have probably been at the Midland Farmer's Market. I play there every Sunday. So
awesome. Now I'm a singer too. So do you take all your stuff with you, your microphone, your sound, your monitors, everything like that?
Yeah, so all of my gig money, I'm not allowed to spend that on anything else. That's just for equipment. So I pay for all of my own. I paid for this guitar. I paid for my keyboard that's right over there. I paid for everything. So I bring that to every gig, and it just feels nice to use all of that equipment that I've paid for. It feels like I've accomplished something, and it feels like I worked hard for the things that I need to use to perform. So it's pretty cool.
And it's appreciation, right?
Yeah.
It is, honey. Is that a 12 string or a 6?
6 string. I don't have a 12 string. I wish I did. Oh my gosh.
That's okay, honey. It's all timing. Now, the song that you're going to sing is from your album, and your album's name is?
No Looking Back.
No Looking Back. And the song that you're going to be performing, because you wonderfully performed it for me on my pre-interview, is called True Love. Before you perform, do you want to share a little bit with the viewers right now on why you wrote this song?
Sure. So this song is called True Love, and it's about my family, my parents, actually. As I said before, my family is the biggest, most important part of my life. And this song is about how my parents met and how they're such great role models for my siblings and I, and how much they love each other. So that was kind of my thought process when writing this song.
Awesome, honey. So let me introduce you, beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, Emma Reynolds performing a song off her album, True Love. That's her song. Go for it, girl.
They are the ones we all look up to, gave us love and all that we do, gave us the hope, the things we'll forget, built us a home and settled like this. All that we are, and you break it all down. Make the most of the time that we have now. You felt that deep down and flown high above. See what you want, but you want is true. Look in your eyes, it's home alive. Love in your life, you found at midnight. So you cried so hard, and you were 16. And right at that time, I had a big dream. All that you are, and you break it all down. Make the most of the time that we have now. Fell from deep down and flown high above. See what you want, but you want is true. Won't be put off, won't be deterred, won't ever stop of this, I am sure. You will be bold, and you will be brave, chase down a dream, no you won't be afraid. Oh, 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 all that you are, and break it down. Make the most of the time that we have now. Fell from deep down and flown high above. See what you want, but you want is true. All that you are, and break it down. Make the most of the time that we have now. Fell from deep down and flown high above. See what you want, what you want is true.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. How long? Oh my gosh. How long did it take you to write that, sweetheart? How long?
Well, so for the album, so Scott Cooper, he's my producer. He is absolutely wonderful. So we started the album before COVID happened.
Okay.
So I wrote this song about 8 months ago, and it's
Ooh.
just, yeah. So I think it took me about, I usually like to write my songs fast. I don't know, when I have an idea, I just scribble it on the paper. So I
Wow.
think this took me about a week, but most of it happened in one night, and then I just did little tweaking here and there with the lyrics. But for my album, we started recording things 2 months before COVID happened. So then I was stuck waiting 6 months in between with all these songs ready to put out my first album.
Yes.
But then I couldn't. So I've had these songs in my pocket and just waiting to be shown to the world for so long. So it's just so nice that I can finally play them and it's out in the world now.
Wow. How many songs have you written in total?
In total, so there's 8 songs on the album, but
Right.
during COVID,
Right.
I've written about 35 songs.
How many?
35.
Wow, honey. Wow. Now, who is this performer that you emulate and then emulate, don't say, that you love so much and appreciate? Who is it?
Taylor Swift. I've
Why?
loved her for so long. I've been to 2 of her concerts, and
Yeah.
I know this sounds funny, but she has a documentary out on Netflix right now. I've
Yes.
watched it every night for the past 3 weeks. I am obsessed with it because it's so inspiring that she writes all of her own songs by herself.
Yes.
All by herself, and she writes them from her heart and story. So it's so important for me because I want people to know who I am through my songs, and they get to know me, and they feel like they know me personally if they don't know me already through my songs, because I write my own songs and it's a story. I just love her because she is so strong, and her songs are incredible. They're all a story, and she writes them all herself, and she's a powerful woman. So she's just a big inspiration for me.
Wow. And you're another Canadian like any other performing artist out there, and songwriter and performing singer. You're another one in the line, honey. And you're there. You are there, pretty girl. You are there. You love what you do and you express it so well. This is another quote that you mentioned through our pre-interview, and I scribbled them down because I really love them. You need to dream big and believe in yourself. And you're doing it right there, holding your guitar. You're speaking to performer young people out there right now. Anybody, whatever dreams they're doing. Why did you say that on my pre-interview? Why did you share that? Just like that. Why is it so important to believe in the big dreams? I don't think it's so far away that you can't reach for it.
For me, dreaming big keeps it exciting, keeps me focused, keeps me determined, and keeps my drive there. If you dream small, that's boring. That's my whole thing. If you dream big, then you have a huge goal that you want to achieve. And I just keep thinking of myself, when I achieve that goal, it's going to feel so good. It'll feel so good. And just dreaming big for everyone out there. Just believe in yourself, because if you believe in yourself, then it'll happen. If you don't believe in yourself, then it won't happen. If you believe in yourself, you are putting it out in the universe that it's going to happen.
Do this. All right, sweetheart. Oh my God. I love it.
Thank you.
Oh my God. I'm going to go on the other side for a second here. This is kind of a challenge you a little bit on this. How do you deal with failure and disappointment? How? Because I know you're walking the journey, let's be honest. And how do you deal with the failure and the disappointment throughout your journey?
So I am also like a singer-songwriter, but I'm also in love with musical theater. So I've been in all kinds of different musicals. And I was told by one of my favorite directors, his name is David Conley, his mother, when he was performing and when he was auditioning, she'd always tell him, if you weren't picked, they were picking 40 people to be in the show. You were 41. You were number 41. And it just wasn't your right time. So everyone thinks that I get everything that I work for. That's not the case. There's so many no's in this industry. There will be so many no's in my career. And I just think that pushes me even harder to work harder. When there's a no thrown at me, I go, well, might as well work harder and get that yes for next time. And just like I said before, they're picking 39 people, you were number 40. You just always have to believe that. That keeps me inspired, and that keeps me working hard to achieve my goals.
Now, do you do any self-talk? Do you talk to yourself or post anything on your mirrors with your music all over your bedroom, or however you do your songs? Do you self-talk when you're dealing with issues mentally? How do you deal with that?
I try and stay as positive as I can. I'm a very happy and positive person, but sometimes I have those days where it's a little harder because this industry is so hard. Everyone wants to be a pop star. Like
Right.
it's a big dream. And so I just keep telling myself, if you put it out in the universe, it'll happen. And for mental health and different things, that is so important to me, to stay positive, surround yourself with happy people that you want to be around with. That will keep your mental health well. So
Yes.
I just always think I have to stay positive. Everything will be better. If I have a bad day, if I'm sad at night, everything is better in the morning.
That's
That's
right, honey.
that's always my motto. So everything will work out. And especially right now in this time, we're all together. We're all facing the same kind of problems. So everything will be brighter soon.
You're a shining star, sweetheart. I love you to pieces. That was a phenomenal song. We'll be right back, guys, with Emma Reynolds. Right back, sweetheart. Love you. Welcome back, singer-songwriter Emma Reynolds. Emma, this is your time, girl, to promote your wonderful album, No Looking Back. You've done a lot of production work on this. I've listened to it. It's phenomenal. It has different instruments included within the album. I've done a CD myself. I just sang behind a microphone and everything was done with my producers. But can you share what your walks with that was all about and how that was? And
Yeah. So as I said before, Scott Cooper, he is my producer. So he lives about 3-4 minutes away from my house, which is so convenient for me.
Right.
He has been the biggest mentor in my life. I started working with him 2 or 3 years ago, and we put out a couple singles. We put out 2 singles before, and then I was like, my biggest dream is to put out an album. And he's like, okay, we're gonna make that happen. I'm like, perfect, that's amazing. So the idea started about a year ago, and I said I just want to write and make an album. He's like, okay, perfect. So everything that you hear on the album is him and I playing. So I played the piano on the album. I played a lot of the acoustic guitars. And in Jealousy, the third song, there's a little mandolin. So I bought a mandolin myself for my Christmas present, a gift to myself. And we recorded that on there. So we put that on, and there's cellos and different things. So he has a great programming system on his laptop. So he is absolutely fantastic. He did all the production, he did all the mastering, and he played a lot of the bass and electric guitar sections. So it was a big process, and it took a long time, but it's so worth it. And just the partnership and the friendship that we have is insane, is so incredible. And I'm so thankful that I have him in my corner.
Wow. I want to ask you 2 things before I forget, quickly before it leaves my brain. Mandolin. You bought it? Did you know how to play it, or you just bought it and learned how to play it?
I did not know how to play it. I watched videos. So I bought my keyboard myself about 2 years ago. And I'm like, I'm gonna learn this. I told myself that I want to learn as many instruments as I can. So I know how to play 8 or 9 instruments, which is I think pretty cool. So I taught myself how to play piano, and now I teach younger beginner kids how to play instruments as well. But the mandolin, I was like, this looks amazing. This looks so cool. I'm going to learn it. I'm going to buy it. And I've taught myself how to play it. So it's pretty neat.
Let's share that. And I want to go back to your album there, No Looking Back. You teach other young people. So can you share that with the viewers, please, what you do there? Because that's really, really unique.
Yeah, I have about 17 students right now. So I go to school, and then I get back, I teach my students, and then I go to dance, or another one of my lessons that I have. And so I teach vocals, I teach piano, guitar, and ukulele, and my students are everything to me. I love them. Right now, it's so hard that I can't give them big hugs because I started this about 2 or 3 years ago, and taught them in person, but now we have to do it over Zoom, which is still fine, but not the
Yeah.
same. Um,
Right.
but it's fantastic and I love them. And I do love teaching. I love kids. So it's just super fun for me. And I have some older students as well. I have some 15, 16-year-olds, which is nice to be able to teach them as well. So I have some older kids and I have some kids who are 5, 6, and 7. So it's pretty neat. And it's my full-time job. I do my gigs and I do my lessons, and that's all I do for my work. I don't have to work at a grocery store. Grocery stores are amazing, but I don't have to go do something that I wouldn't want to do. I get to do something in my home that I love to do every day.
I love what you said there. I don't have to go and do something I don't want to do. So you created a platform, a business,
Yes.
embracing your gifts to help others.
Yeah.
How old are you again?
I'm 17.
17 years old. And school's in there somewhere, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
My good God. All right. The title of the album, No Looking Back. Who
Yes.
came up with that title and why that title?
So the first song on the album is called No Looking Back. And
Right.
that's kind of my motto as well. I have a lot of mottos, but I just think stay on your path, stay on your track. And so if you look back, then you're not going anywhere, right?
That's
So
right.
the first song was kind of a feel good song. So it's called No Looking Back. And it's basically about staying in the moment.
That's
So
right.
keeping in the present and kind of putting down your phone and being able to look at everything yourself. And so that's why I called it No Looking Back. And that was the whole inspiration of the album. That was the first song that we wrote, or that I wrote on the album, and I showed it to Scott and he's like, yeah, we're gonna put some instruments behind there. And then that's kind of what sparked the whole idea.
Does he ever challenge you on anything or disagree? Or is it every time, no, I like that, keep that in. No. Because I was like that when I did mine. So
Yeah.
do you have any discussions like that, or a little bit of mini debates?
Yeah, we have really good discussions. At the end of the day, he always tells me it's my decision because it's my album, but I
Right.
always keep his input because he is so knowledgeable and he's been doing music for so many years. So I always listen to what he has to say, and any of his criticism or feedback or anything, I always just keep his ideas in mind because he is absolutely fantastic.
Wow, honey. Well, I just want to go back real quick, and I'm going to come back to the album and give you a chance to talk about where they can find you on social media and the handles. When I seen you on TV, you were singing in front of a nursing home, correct?
Yes.
Right. You were singing to first responders, like
Mhm.
the nurses, the staff within the nursing home. All
Yes.
right. How was that? And how did you enjoy doing that? Because that is what we need more than ever now. Like, you've got a powerful platform that you can use to inspire and share love within our world right now. How was that like?
It was fantastic. I went to 4 nursing homes and so I got asked to do this. And I'm like, I'm not passing this up. It was
No.
amazing. So it was a tour. And so my first one was right in my hometown, which was amazing. And so I played for the frontline workers. And I think that's the least that I can do because all these frontline workers are so brave and they are so amazing to be working in crazy times like this. So I was just like, might as well go and sing because music makes everyone happy, and kind of try and make them relaxed and less stressed for about an hour and just play some happy, fun songs for them. And it was absolutely fantastic. And my family and we went to nursing homes as well during COVID to sing outside of the windows of the residents, and we could see
Right.
them in the windows waving their hands. And it was so nice. Music makes everyone happy, so we just wanted to share what we can put to the table or put onto the table, and to make people happy. We went to driveways and sang happy birthday to people and just sang our song. We sang Sweet Caroline. That's a song that makes everyone happy. And we sang If They Were Blue that day. So yeah, that's what we did.
Awesome, honey. No looking back. And we got some time here, but where can they find you? Where can they find you? Share your handles with the viewers. I don't want to miss that. I don't want to miss
Yes.
that.
So you can find me on any streaming platform. I just found out that my songs are on TikTok. That's like
Yes.
a huge platform right now. I was like, oh, perfect. So it's on TikTok, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, basically anything, but I also have a link. I think that it'll be placed below, and it's a link that you can press on, and it shows you all the handles, and you can just press on that, so you don't actually have to search it up. Because if you would have to search it up on Spotify, you'd have to write "No Looking Back" Ray. So I have my link, which is really special too. So
awesome, honey, awesome. You're so upbeat. I just want to grab this, and thank you for sharing that. You're so upbeat, and your enthusiasm is coming across the screen. I know it sounds like repeat pizza, but this is good for the viewers. I know how the way young people think. I know how they think. Why you're so enthusiastic, and you actually embrace life, Emma. Okay, you have your album. Yes, that is awesome. But we're in COVID here, we're in pandemic, and a lot of doom and gloom and mental health, and young people cooped up in their rooms at post-secondary, can't do this, can't do that, can't go and hang out with their friends. What is your message for them?
My message is everything will turn out okay. Everything has to become better. Just stay positive and surround yourself with people who are positive as well, because as I said before, it's boring to be sad. Just try as hard as you can to be happy and upbeat, because life is not fun if you are sad and if you are bored. Fill yourself with what you love to do, and everything, we're all in this together, and everything will be better soon.
One thing you like about yourself, sweetie pie, what is it you love about Emma Reynolds? Take your time. You got some time here. What is it you love about yourself? I want you to share it, because a lot of young people, I always ask them, what is it you love about yourself? Because they're always told, but they're never asked.
Yeah. I think what I love about myself is my happiness. When I wake up in the morning, I never say to myself, okay, I'm going to stay in bed today. I always want to get up, which from a lot of my friends, they're very happy too, but some of them are negative, which is not fun. So I love my happy, positive self. I always have a smile on my face, and I think it's nice when I can smile to someone, because then it makes them smile as well.
Now share your album title again, sweetheart, or where they can get it real fast. Go for it.
No Looking Back by Ray, me. You can find it on Spotify, Apple Music. Also, I have an Instagram handle. It's @Ray_music. That is where I post a lot of covers, a lot of my songs that I'm working on and writing during that time. And you can find my songs on TikTok, YouTube, all these things. And I'm burning a CD, and that should be in the next week or so. So that's so exciting too.
Then you got to come back in 2021 and share it with us, right?
I hope so. I would love that.
You will. You
Yeah.
will. Give me the heart. Give me the heart real fast. Love you, girl.
Love you. Thank you
Love
so
you.
much.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.